shit. Good morning, jerk offs. Let me send the invite real quick and I'll get to it. Oops. Sorry, guys. There you go. There's the link if anybody wants to drop in. I'm on my way to the studio right now. Just had to spend some time with my buddy Jeff Copey at Monroe Nutrition. Been in there for like an hour and a half having full life conversations. I love that. Like Tino always says, it's like an old school barbershop in there. I love it. Go in there, you need some good advice, you need some good talking to. Jeff's a great person for that. Always there listening, no judgment. It's awesome. But how's everybody doing today? Let's thank our sponsors real quick. Amaya's Fresh Mexican Grill, Lane's Pizzeria, Mint Cannabis. We got a new one, Jazzy's Steak Burger, Monroe Nutrition. Appreciate you all for your love and support. How's everybody doing today? I want to give a shout out to Twisted real quick. I don't know where he's at or how he's doing, but yesterday I saw he was in the hospital from a heart attack. That's we're wishing nothing but the best and fast healing for him. That's for sure. On my way to the studio right now. Got a couple minutes. We'll be there in about 45 seconds or so. We'll set up the live over there. How's everybody doing? As you come in, say hi so I know who's in here. Oh, no, the road I was going to go down is closed. Welcome to episode 666. It's wild. We've gotten so many episodes in so far. Pretty sick. If you want to, click that link in the chat. You can join me on the screen. We can have a whole conversation about whatever. Nice Tesla in front of me. So this weekend, the co-op put together a fill the truck food drive. We had, what's up, Felicia? Good morning. We had bounce houses out. We threw a free event, free food, dogs and burgers, chips, water. We had the fire department was out there, the police department, the fire truck was spraying water everywhere. It was pretty cool. That might have been my favorite part of the whole thing. Brain Jerk did a couple eating competitions. The kids competition, they ate pies, and my kids got first and second place in the pie eating contest. And then Jeremiah took home the hot dog eating contest. Jeremiah is our very first two-time champion, and he's our very first defending champion. So he has officially defended his belt, the first person to do so. What up, Tony? Felicia says, how you doing? I am doing fantastic. I just left Monroe Nutrition with my T-Bomb, and I got, as always, had some great life advice from Jeff Copey. Always with the great advice. Can't stress enough how awesome that dude is. You ever have any issues or just want to talk, go to Monroe Nutrition. Jeff Copey will listen to everything, and he'll most of the time have pretty damn good advice to give you. Probably doesn't really matter what the subject is. Good morning, Keith. Hope everyone has a marvelous Monday, he says. And today you'll see Jeff Cope, we were just talking about on Keith's show, Squared Circle Shenanigans. I believe it's at 6 tonight. Could be at 7. I can't remember. Jeff Cope is the guest. Yep. I can't say enough good things about him. That's for sure. Good morning, Josh. I guess I have to train for Pop Fest. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, Bert, he did his show to this weekend, Tabletop Takedown, and then Sunday he performed in the eating competition. I'd say, off of memory, I'd say, Josh, you finished 4th. If my memory serves me properly, which I can't. The new guy gave Jeremiah a run for his money. This Mark, he gave Jeremiah a run for his money in the hot dog eating contest. I really thought it was between Jeremiah, Mark, and then Randy. Literally had like less than half a hot dog. All he had to do was shove it in his mouth. The dude, oh, did he? Because I know that Jeremiah and Mark were neck and neck with just their buns, and then Randy had like maybe 2 little pieces of hot dog left. But that was cool. I dressed up as Terry. I ate about 6 or 7. I wasn't coming to win. I promise you that. I think I could have definitely eaten more than 7, and I could have made it a race, but I'm happy I didn't, because I'm in rough shape right now. My belly's all sick. I feel weird. I feel nauseous. That hot dog eating contest. I'm glad I didn't eat. It wasn't one of you guys that ate 12. Heading in, walking on up to the office now. Yeah, Randy was close. There we go. So, like I said, I may or may not be here alone today, because Twisted, last I checked, Twisted was in the hospital with a heart attack. And I haven't gotten a word on him since I heard that. So just want to shoot all the love we can out to him. Quick healing. 6 p.m. show for Squared Circle. Whoop, whoop. Glad to see everybody today. Get everything ready while we're hanging out together. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Had to take a leak. What up, Ethan? That's another thing that happened this weekend. Grind never stops, ever. Got Ethan here in Milky Way Records. We're setting up beautiful vocal booth. Who's in the hospital? Twisted. Our buddy Twisted is, last I checked, was he had a heart attack this weekend or this week or weekend. I haven't gotten a whole lot of information on it, but yeah, hoping everything's great for him. Well, I know it's not great, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. We all love Twisted and Hippie Witch and wish them nothing but love and healing. This weekend was also tons of football. Football season. High school football has started up. And I'll tell you what. Airport won. Coach K's Erie Mason won. Monroe won. I had a great what's it called? First week. All right, I'm setting up for trying to get everything set up real quick for the actual show. Watch me. Watch me. Setting all this up. I was having such a great conversation with Jeff. I was like, dude, I can't leave this conversation. I gotta keep having it. So once I come into here, we should be ready. You can watch me set up everything too, for that matter. Oh, what's up, Elizabeth? What up, KR Tooley? Tooley's in the house. Top of the morning, jerky boys and girls. I'm doing great today. I can't complain at all. I probably wouldn't complain, even if I could. Does nothing, right? Don't do any good. So we are setting up. How's everybody doing today? This show's over at 11, Ethan. And really, I'm not in that room that you need to be in, so if you want to come up now, you can. It's cool. No worries. Let's see. Also, Ethan, you can click that link in the chat. Join me if you want to. Join me on this show. Talk a little bit about what you're doing, how you are, who you are, even. Show the Brain Jerk family who Ethan is and why the Milky Ways and Brain Jerk has decided to join forces. You know, it'd be sick. You can come up here right now and chit chat. But if you're not decent, we'll call it. If you're not decent or don't want to, it's all good too. No pressure. No pressure. Right now, I'm just getting everything set up on my end of for the computer I just got here. So bear with me a little bit. All right, I'm gonna mess, then clean up, and I'll pop up. Yeah, no doubt. All good, bro. All good. So I'm gonna once I pop this screen on over here, I'm gonna pop Episode 666 today. All right.
Boom. Boom. We should be all good now. Now I just need to get my aquarium set up over here, and we will be a-okay. How's everybody doing out there? You guys do anything cool, fun, anything like that this weekend? Dun, dun, dun. There's that. Also, if you guys want, we have a merchandise. Move this over to here. Video capture scene, so source display. Wrong one. There we go. Oh, shoot. What do we have here, huh? What do we have here? Boom. Look at those little beautiful seahorses. Gravy. The light's not on. That's why it's a weird view right now. See if my light will turn on this time. Well, well, no, not today. We had a boatload of storms come through this week, and our power went out, and it's been sketchy and weird ever since. So I don't think I'm going to be getting the power up anytime soon, which is all right with me. It's a-okay with me, buddy. So what's going on, guys? Tony, tell me, what are you doing? Did you do any fun this weekend? How about you, Thule? I've been learning about parasites and how basically if you fast or you try to cut something out of your diet and then you get migraines or headaches, it's because the parasites are actually pissing in you to give you a migraine so that you'll eat whatever that is. There's that shared. All right, now we're back to the way we should be. Now, Luke, I am your father. So this weekend we had a great turnout for not only the games. So we were supposed to have a game on Thursday, and then Erie Mason Jefferson was supposed to be on Friday, but we had flooding one day this week. I couldn't even get into my house whatsoever. I couldn't get into my driveway. And then the next day, another storm came in, and we all lost power. Studio lost power. The houses lost power. There's people still right now without power 5 days later, 4 days later, however much it is. People are losing all their meats that they've got in their freezers. All their groceries are going bad. Frenchtown Villa got, which is a trailer park around like literally quarter of a mile down the street from me. There were trailers flipped on their ends. There was all sorts of craziness. The trailer park was shut down, and Michigan's version of FEMA has been enacted for our little town down here. Had dentist this morning. I'm not a fan of the dentist. That's for sure. Tone G, what up? He says 7 tornadoes and 5 deaths in Michigan. I lost power for 4 days. Dude, it was rough. It was rough. I told all my kids the day before the last one, like, charge all your phones because I promise you we're going to lose power with this one. And sure shit. Luckily, my work, the guy who I work with, he didn't lose power at seconds. He lost power for seconds and it came on. And then our house ended up getting power. I think it was the next day or like within 24 hours of the outage. But my kids' moms, that little puffer's trying to eat me. My kids' mom's house, they just got power back on last night. And I feel bad for a lot of these people. Some people, like he said, Tone G said, 7 tornadoes and 5 deaths. Many people's lives changed last week. People, if times weren't hard enough as is, times are extreme now for those people. It took me an hour and a half Friday to get 30 minutes. So from Wyandotte to Monroe usually takes about 30 minutes. It took me an hour and a half trying to find different routes that weren't flooded. It was wild. I went down West Jefferson and the whole road was closed. I went down Fort Street. It wasn't closed, but it might as well have been because I couldn't get through it. Or what? Maybe I could have, but I wasn't risking that. So I had to backtrack. I spent 40 minutes looking for a way home before I ended up just finding my way to 75 and going the way I came. Saw a tree down everywhere. Yep. Top wind speeds of 120. And I think maybe a little even more than that. To be honest, I saw a couple spaces. And for us, an actual tornado was never even really called official until yesterday, day before. They're just assuming it was a tornado because it tipped a damn trailer over. And that's another thing is like, why aren't these trailers anchored to the ground in some way? Or maybe they are and the anchors failed, but this dude's trailer rolled all the way onto another trailer. There were 2 people trapped in that trailer, and word originally was that somebody had died, but that was false. That was a false statement. No one died in that trailer park in that rollover. They did lose everything. The car got rolled over on. The car was smashed and upside down. The trailer was smashed and upside down. There's businesses that have completely lost their roofs. Little Brown Jug, thank you. I didn't name you guys earlier. Sorry. There's houses and businesses that either completely flooded or roofs came ripped off their houses. I got friends that their basements normally flood, 3 inches or so when they do flood. Them boys, that dude's basement was over about up to his chest. I asked him, did it fill the whole basement? He said a couple feet and it would have been the whole basement. I just feel bad for everybody that's lost not only their stuff, but like their sense of security. And tree fell on a 85-year-old lady's house, killed her and her new puppy. Damn. See, it's like no, like it can always be worse. People are complaining because they're out of power for a couple days. Like, dude, there's people out here that have lost literally everything. And then you got people complaining because they're out of power for a couple days. Or even a couple hours, few hours for that matter. It's like, dude, oh, DTE, this is always happening. No, what's happening is everyone's out of power and you're the only one bitching about it online. You look like a dickhead. That's all I got to say. If you're take a second and realize that people have literally lost their lives, lost their homes, lost their pets, lost their houses. I think I just said that. Lost their cars, lost all their food, clothes, baby toys, everything they ever held precious. People lost this week. Just remember that. I guarantee you there's tons of people out there that have lost family photos of loved ones that's all the memories they have. Just think about that before you complain about your power being out for a couple days, a day. And then, what up? What up, Dread King? What up, Verdi? Good to see you. I am power. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Thank you for coming out, brother. I miss you. One thing I started thinking about is like this was just 2 storms, right? One flooded, one power. One took out the power. And I kept trying to tell my kids, like realize how easily and how quickly our lives got affected, and how quickly when the power goes out, you lose Wi-Fi. And when the power goes out, 9 times out of 10, your phone signal's not going to be hot anymore. You're going to lose that 5G. At least I did at my house. I had 1 bar of 4G and I couldn't make a phone call. I could not make a phone call to anybody. Barely get texts through. So, and I know I'm not the only one. So just take a second and realize how vulnerable we as a society are. And if this power grid, what if it wouldn't have come back, right? You always got to think about that stuff. What if that power never came back? Our whole lives would be different right now. Big question is, with what the hell is 7 tornadoes doing touching down in this close proximity? Never seen this in Michigan. It was super hot and humid right before it happened. Crazy weather. Dude, I was actually the day that it flooded, the rain came all night. Not the tornado day, but the day before that. It was hotter that night with the sun down and nothing around than it had been all summer. And then all that lightning, that static electricity lightning that was going on. Wild. I just saw videos, but that was wild. I'd never seen lightning like that before. So listen. Oh my God. What up, Papa?
I'm alive.
Yes.
I'm alive.
I was just shooting you out love earlier this show, telling everybody I wasn't exactly sure what you were doing or where you were at now, but you've had a rough weekend.
I had a rough week, man, since Tuesday.
Now, did you guys get tornadoes and bad weather too, or did it miss you?
No, I totally missed us. I've been in the hospital.
Yeah, I didn't know. I let everybody know you had a little heart attack, and we were hoping you were safe.
I'm still having a heart attack.
What?
Yeah, they couldn't fix me. So
how does that work? It just
my heart like grew a whole bunch of extra veins, like for the clogged artery, so they can't fix it. They have to just like dissolve it over time and shit. What up, everybody?
Yeah, I
I
had a
just woke up.
multi-outlet catch fire. Good thing yes, great thing you were home, or else,
Too Lee.
man,
Yeah, right. Holy shit. I
all
woke
the
a little
power
busy.
out, and we were supposed to go electric. Doubtful. Yeah. So, and speaking on that, not even talking about a power outage, I watched a video the other day where this guy was riding a bicycle, and it was a rented bicycle, and his time ran out. This bike literally locked up the brakes and everything and flung him right off the bike.
Wow.
So think about that before we go to all electric cars. Think about that. They can most definitely turn them off.
It's
And
like
then what are you
attacking
going to do when something like this happens? The whole state was out of power pretty much. How are you going to charge that car?
Right.
Nonstop lightning. Yeah, it was the most wild lightning I'd ever seen that night.
Yeah, in Ohio. Did you see the ones from Ohio?
It was like static electricity in there.
Yeah. That's how I was seeing videos from Ohio. They're like, that's not normal. I'm like, no, man, that's CERN, bro. That's HARP and CERN hitting you right there. You see that storm came from Michigan.
Yep.
It on the radar. It went
Clear.
like a whoosh,
Yep.
whoosh.
And so I've also this week come to the full conclusion of my own. I already said it, but I am fully involved in this, and there's no doubt in my mind that the Canadian fires and the Maui fires were caused by direct energy weapons.
Yeah.
There is absolutely zero doubt in my mind now.
I said that exactly when it happened. I called it before they even researched it. I'm like, that's a laser. I'm like, they don't have forest fires in Hawaii, dude.
No, they don't. That doesn't happen out there. And then for the whole island to be destroyed, except for like the blue umbrellas.
Yeah, no, it's blue buildings because they
There was umbrellas there too. Everything around it was completely burned except for like 4 blue umbrellas.
It was a targeted laser. Imagine if they could program a laser now.
And then they're saying that so I saw another video the other day where the US military has gone in and they've actually started they started fighting FEMA. They started shooting and they killed 12 FEMA members.
Good.
Because they were over here creating mass graves and they found bodies with bullet holes in them. So at Maui, there were people trying to escape and FEMA was redirecting them back they wouldn't let them leave.
Exactly.
They wouldn't let them leave their burning island. So these people burnt to death because the government wouldn't let them leave.
Yep. The police had the streets blocked and shit. I don't know how people, like, as a human, how do you just allow that to happen? There's thousands of you, even hundreds of you. There's 2 guys with guns. A couple of you are going to die, but not all of you.
The people that ignored the orders are the ones that survived.
Exactly. I would be bum rushing shit. There ain't no way, bro. I'm taking that shit out.
And like I said, like FEMA is, the federal emergency services.
That's the blue hats.
Yep. Well, the Marines come in there and started shooting on them because they saw what they were doing. And the Marines are just going to go off and just shoot some allies for no reason.
They weren't letting the supplies in.
They weren't letting the supplies in. They were creating mass burials so that people wouldn't know the truth of what happened out there. That it was, man, I don't. The day by day, this crap just keeps getting more wild and wild, man.
And they do it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the fact that they're now talking about the vid coming back in full swing by December.
Serious.
Lockdowns and all coming back by December.
Yeah, you know why? Because September they're talking about everyone going on strike. September 23rd, the world's supposed to end. some big disaster is coming.
Well, there's supposed to be a giant hurricane that hits North Carolina and Florida, like 9th, 10th type deal.
It's pretty much my prediction.
Yeah. It's supposed to pretty much be huge. And there is a hurricane on its way right now, but my sister lives down there and the hurricane's right in the path of where they live. And she's saying it's not supposed to be that bad, but we'll see. We'll see how this works. But a lot of things lately have been really making me think and really making me question more than I already do. I question everything, and I'm literally like, what are we supposed to do?
Fucking flies.
What are we literally supposed to do?
Take over the government.
Yeah, but there's not enough people that'll agree. I mean, yes, there's enough people, but will they? You know what I mean? That's the question. And more people are seeing what's going on. They really are. And to be honest, that's kind of what they want. They want us to rise up. That's what they've been trying to get us to do.
So they can kill us all.
Yep. What up, Naughty Nikki? Good to see you.
Because you know what they say? They say they protect against the terrorisms. And if you rise up to them, you become a terrorist. But to them or to us, they're terrorists. So, you know, there's always a side that wins and loses. And that person writes history. Annie, what up? But that's what's happening right now. It's just crazy.
It's scary when you sit down and truly like think about like what can we actually do without the help of the rest of us? Nothing.
Right.
And that's what they're banking on, is that we won't come together.
Well,
everything they do is to divide us.
Yeah, people puss out when they get shot at. And people start dying and shit.
The media might as well just be the government, too.
Yeah.
At this point, most of the media, not all of them, but most of them. Most of it's propaganda. You see, they're not showing you hardly any coverage of what's going on in Maui right now. They're just showing you bits and pieces of what they want you to see. Just like the submarine was that, that sub, that was a distraction from honestly, from the Hunter Biden and Joe Biden stuff that's going on. And other laws they put into place during that nonstop news coverage of dead people that they already knew were dead.
The new paraquat.
The submarine that we know exploded 7 days ago.
Did it though?
Imploded. Yeah, whatever. Whether it did or not, they knew. Okay,
were there ever people in it?
Right. Let's just pretend that there was, and it imploded. It is said that they heard that implosion throughout, like for miles and miles and miles, 100 miles almost under the. They heard it, and then they proceeded to search and bring millions and billions of dollars in search rescue to find something people that they already knew were dead. The news acted like these people were alive, and they were never. From the moment that thing was suspected gone, they were dead. And that was all a distraction. And the more people realize those things, the more
whatever you want,
the more apt we will be to be able to protect ourselves. But then you realize that these weapons, these high frequency energy weapons that they have can just burn everything down. You don't even have to step foot on land. Soldier doesn't have to step foot on the territory to take it anymore. That's scary.
Do you know you're so full of heavy metals that they could just hit microwave frequencies and fry you from the inside like metal inside a microwave?
Yep. You're right. You're right. A lot of people don't know that. We're full of metals and parasites.
Yep. That's why meat's magnetic if you go to the store. It's full of
I
heavy
want
metals.
to try that. I want to check that out because I've seen it on videos, but I've never tried it out. Another thing I actually just shared yesterday was they were wrapped a tree with copper and they stuck some in the scar and it was producing volts.
Right.
I think what is the voltage, DC and AC, right? So it was putting out DC enough to light a light bulb.
Yeah.
And he said you could run a grinder in the at noon when the sun was the highest and this tree was soaking in. But I want to try that myself because it's just another extension of electroculture and why electroculture works.
Right. You can make earth batteries.
Yes. I watched another video where this guy was sticking things in the ground. It was lead. I think not lead. I can't remember what the metals were. It was zinc and something else. One was positive, one was negative. And the positive one was inside the negative one, and the negative one was in the dirt. And then from there they wired the positives together a certain way, and they were getting power just straight from the ground.
Yep. They got lots of volts.
Too busy talking about Trump's height and weight. Yeah. That's not wrong. I've seen some of that shit too.
Fucking flies.
And I've also seen, like, not to bring them up, but the we'll call it the Democrats version of the news. I won't want to say them by name, but the Democrats version of the news is even saying like Trump was right about the Hunter Biden stuff back in 2020 when he was running for president and talking shit.
Trump was right about every fucking thing.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but a lot. Yes. Yes. He was right about a lot of things. And that's why he's in the predicament he is now, which is wild. That I find it wild that they're going after him as hard as they are when Joe Biden and his son are literally in the same boat, if not worse. Joe Biden's it's proven that his son was taking money from the Chinese government. It's proven. Joe Biden has come out and said he's sold our secrets. He said it. Like,
yeah,
this guy's still president
Ron?
and how is he not in fucking prison? What up, CL? CSL? Good to see you.
Fuck yeah.
I'm happy to see you, Twisted. I am. I'm glad you're home.
Happy to be alive.
I'm hoping your heart fucking gets it together.
Yeah. They said I should have died.
Man.
They said if my heart didn't grow all those veins, I would have died Tuesday.
That's wild.
It is wild. Crazy, man.
You need to start eating some dandelions more often and stuff.
And I eat all kinds of good shit, but I guess it's the bad shit that I eat.
Magnesium.
Overweight it. You know, it's the sodium and the cholesterols, like fats, salts, and mayonnaise, and like
start eating CalMag. For real.
I take CalMag with every water.
Because that's the magnesium. I know you know this. It's the same as the plants. The magnesium is what makes your heart valves open back up. So if you're deficient in magnesium, they have a hard time opening back up.
Yeah, that's not what it is, though. My heart's actually pumping hard, bro.
Okay.
Like my heart has no damage on it. It's pumping super strong. It's just the fucking the artery is clogged. So that's what their minds were blown. They're like, dude, all your numbers are good. Your pressure's good. Your blood pressure, your heart's pounding fucking perfect. They're like, let's do the surgery. And they're like, oh, that's why. Like your heart, like it really grew twisted roots everywhere. It's like, the valves come down and then they go. There's these veins that go everywhere, dude. And they're like, if those weren't there, you'd die. You would have been dead. I'm like, damn.
Well, I'm glad you're not.
Thank you.
Let's just say that I'm happy that you are back home, even though you're not fully healthy. You're here,
Right.
you're kicking, you're alive. Now, did they
Disney,
tell
bro.
you, did they give you any like preventative measures or anything like that?
Oh, I got all kinds of pills I gotta take.
Hello, everybody.
I gotta take all kinds of pills.
Yeah, I gotta get his morning dose ready.
Ooh.
Those dreaded pills.
Yeah, at least I'm not on any drugs though. I'm on just like cholesterol, pressure, blood thinners, all kinds of crap.
Okay.
Heart attack preventative pill. Because I'm like actively having a heart attack, but like not like where I'm like, oh, I gotta go to the hospital. You know what I mean?
It's just a small little one.
It just you feel like someone's like standing on your chest.
I wonder if
My lungs were the problem though.
I wonder if I've ever had a heart attack because I've been feeling a little short-winded lately, the last few months.
Yeah, seeing if like your arms and shit, my arms, dude, all my muscles hurt so bad. And I was like, oh my God, why do my arms hurt? Like under my skin, dude, it was killing me. And I was like, is this what fibromyalgia is? I was like, do I have fibromyalgia? And then I rolled up some Skittles. I took a couple hits and I was like, oh, motherfucker. And I was like, yo, call the hospital. Call the hospital. I got to go to the hospital. And I went in and I couldn't, my chest was killing me because my lungs hurt. Like my lungs still hurt. And, but they gave me some other medicine that helps that out. And they said it was probably just inflammation of the muscles and shit because the heart was fucked up. So I'm like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm just perpetually high, bro. I haven't smoked in so long that I just get wasted. Like it's like
take a couple hits and you're like, all right, I'm cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. I was so high last night I had to go to bed.
We had an eating competition yesterday.
Oh hell yeah.
Jeremiah won. Jeremiah defended his title. First time defense. First time anyone's defended it. He's the first time two-time champion. He's just the first defending champ. He barely won too. Like if that big dude could have just shoved the rest, they both had a handful of buns left, and Jeremiah just got it down faster. And we had a kids competition. My son was named the winner, and then after further video review, my daughter was named the winner.
How funny.
Yeah. She's over here going, this basically like this look on her face, like this is bullshit. I won, you know? So she actually went over to Spooky and was like, you filmed it. Look at the film. I won. You know?
Oh my God. Check the replay.
Yep.
She's like scraping dust at his feet.
Well, she was the only one starting to eat. So our rule was you only had to eat the pudding for the kids. You know, you don't have to eat the crust, but she was into the crust. She was halfway through her crust even. And she still was like, there was other judges and they claimed Eli won. Huh. And then what's funny is when I went to go over there to tell Eli and Lily what the deal was, I was like, so we looked at the tape and Eli goes, Lily won. I know it. So he already knew. Even his eyes were like, Lily won, but I'll take it. I'll take that win.
Right. Oh man.
Because he is now the former pie eating competition. So my son won the first one and my daughter won the second one.
Nice.
It was actually a two-way tie for second place. It's cool. I love, so my role, I was in the eating competition, but I was Terry. So I wasn't going to eat 12 hot dogs. I knew that going in, right? I did get about 6 or 7 of them down, but I was over here. Ryan was the MC and he's like, you guys are going to I need your kids' help watching Terry. He's known to be a cheater. So the first 2 dogs, I'm eating them. And then I shoved one in my pocket and I'm eating more. And I tossed one to a kid and I said, shh. And this kid throws this hot dog back. It hits me in my face. And then my daughter's going, give me one, give me one. So I toss her a couple hot dogs, and then I'm going around, I'm putting hot dogs in people's pockets, and
Oh my god.
the kids are screaming, he's cheating. So end of the story, I was the last one I had no hot dogs in front of me first. I was the first one with all my hot dogs gone. Moral of the story. And they had the gall to disqualify me and say that my hot dogs weren't eaten properly.
Right.
And then when they caught me red-handed, Twisted. I had 4 hot dogs in my pocket. I had 4 hot dogs in my pocket, and I had slit a half a hot dog into one of the other competitors' pockets. And afterwards, I was like, "Hey, bro, don't forget I slid a hot dog in your pocket." He's like, "What?" He reaches into his pocket and pulls out half a hot dog. He's like, "You motherfucker." It was fun.
Hell yeah.
I think that'll be my role from now on, is just
Terry.
will be the sly dog trying to cheat everybody.
That's the game you're gonna play.
He's like
now,
the
huh?
pickle Rick of the group.
Yeah,
Here you go.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you for
I
10
sure am.
years now.
I sure
I
am.
got your pills ready to take too.
Oh, man.
It was great. And I'll be the kids. They weren't allowed to use. They were allowed to use their hands, but it was pudding. So they literally had to like.
Right.
The first one we did that Eli won the original pie eating contest. There was no hands. You weren't even. You had to have your hands behind your back and
Right.
only face it.
A real pie eating contest.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
and
imagine
that
eating
day-
pudding like that. I
that-
just stuck it.
Yeah.
That's real pie
Hey,
eating.
me and Eli both took home the championships for the pie eating contest that day. So I let everybody know that I'm like the Detroit Lions, okay, a little bit. Before the Super Bowl was invented, they won like three of the 5 championships right before the Super Bowl was invented. Then the Super Bowl came, and they literally have not even come close. I won the championship before we had the belt multiple times, and ever since that belt's come around, I have not won a damn thing.
Oh shit. Shit. Well, I definitely won't be joining any food eating contests for a while. Unfortunately.
He talked
Nope.
himself up real good, and
I,
then he
want,
said,
I
"Nope."
wanted to show you guys my skills so bad.
Someone
Think
needs to
you'd be
come take
impressed.
out Jeremiah, and who better than another Jeremiah?
I would take him out, guarantee it.
Right?
I watch those guys eat, and I'm like, dude, they eat slow. You
It's
know, Jeremiah is the funny one because he'll be the one running around and fucking. What are
and
you
shit
doing?
talking.
Yeah, like why are you guys eating so slow? I don't. What are you doing? Funny.
It was a close one. It was three of the guys could have won. Jeremiah, the new guy, and then we had a Redbeard. You see him come in every so often on this show. He had a half a hot dog left. All he had to do was just shove it down, and he'd have won. But he couldn't get it. Jeremiah and the new guy had just a handful of bread. That's all they had left was their bread. And Jeremiah was dunking that shit in Mountain Dew.
Yep, that's the way.
I was dunking mine in water. My first 2 hot dogs were gone before anybody else had one gone.
Right. This is how you do
If
it.
I would have took it serious from the beginning, I don't know if I could have eaten 12, but I would have given them a run for their money. But I'm happy I didn't, because right now I'm still like I could throw up right now. I feel like
What was it yesterday?
yeah,
Oh
What
shit.
what was it? It was all hot dogs.
12
all hot dogs. Yeah,
Okay.
12 hot dogs. Whoever ate 12 hot dogs first.
Wow. I like to think I'd be able to do some stuff like that because I can eat, but I'm a slow eater, and that's the only reason why, like, I can't just raw. I don't think I can. The only thing I can do that with is fries because I love them. I will never have enough fries.
Check out the big box challenge. That's 5 pounds of fries right there.
That I
Dressed
think I could do.
That would go
Dressed
down
like
with me.
nachos.
I really do feel like I could do that.
I'd have to order her own 5 pounds.
So there is a woman did it in just over 5 minutes. She could have beat 5 minutes if she would have, from the very beginning kept doing it. Afterwards, she said, I could have easily did that in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd never
She didn't
seen a
have her
woman
technique
inhale
down,
food
huh?
like that. Never in my life have I ever seen a woman eat like that. She literally was like, this whole cup, straight down, no chewing, no nut.
Yeah, that's how you eat them.
Oh my God.
That's how
I-
it's done.
Okay, maybe I can't. I think I did. I think too highly of myself.
I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen, even like the dudes weren't. She was like opening her gullet and it was just sliding down.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That's how you win.
No
That's what I
gag
said, you don't even
reflex.
chew.
Yep,
You
no
just
gag
swallow it
reflex.
all.
If you got a gag reflex, you're not going to be an eating competition champ.
Yeah, man.
And Jeremiah did admit, he said there was a couple times during that he almost threw up.
Oh boy,
Which for him to say that,
it's bad.
it's bad. Yep. We pushed the limits on them real hard. Because Jeremiah's got a steel belly.
Yeah, you just gotta come starving. Come hungry.
Well, plus, I got 6 or 7 down and I had eaten a burger beforehand because I knew
Wow.
I knew I wasn't gonna.
You
I was
lost.
trying to, I was being the comic relief. So
Yeah.
I was like, screw it. I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, you gotta have
So I ate
nothing
a
in your
burger
stomach.
and 6 dogs.
Wow.
I think if I wouldn't have ate the burger, maybe I'd have got 8 dogs down. I could have.
If you go there hungry and stoned with the munchies, it's over. Get out of the way.
Yeah, that's the key.
It's the key, man.
That's the key.
Gotta have the munchies though. You can't be just stoned.
I'm absolutely happy I didn't try to do that though, because like I said, I can still feel it in my throat.
Jesus, hon.
Well, the easiest thing is to throw it all up afterwards. That's the beauty of an eating
wish I would've.
contest. Yeah,
wish I
you just
would've.
you win the thing and then go over here and throw it all back
get it
up.
all out. I mean, it's not exactly the best thing to do for your body, but
Having 12 hot dogs in your body is probably not the best thing for you either. Were they good hot dogs or were they poison hot dogs? That's
He's like, no.
They were Gordon Food Services hot dogs.
Okay, that's better than the fucking ones we're buying at Attila.
Yeah, they weren't the best, but they weren't the worst. Mid-range, I'd say.
Mid-range.
Yeah, if they cost
Hopefully-
$1.18 a pack, that's not probably
They were kind of, as far as hot dogs go, they were looser, softer.
Oh,
Oh,
And
interesting.
yeah, so like they mushed in your mouth. You didn't have to.
Well, that made it a whole lot easier, I bet.
right.
Yeah, it wasn't like a hard case. My favorite hot dogs are
Dude, we got smoked ones.
I was just going to say that. We went into a little local place that does its own smoked stuff. Got some smoked sausage last week and some like real smoked hot dogs.
They're
like,
links, hard case links.
delicious. They don't even taste like a hot dog. Like they're that good. Like
I love that. That's
Yep.
that's my favorite. Yeah, I want my hot dog to pop when I bite into it.
See, we buy ours from like Purchase and stuff like that. You have Purchase by you?
No.
Like an IGA. They might call it something else there.
yeah, it's
I
like a
don't know
local.
what that
It's IGA, but locally they call it Purchase.
Yeah.
It's like
What's
a hometown thing.
IGA is everywhere.
I don't know that either.
Oh,
Oh, really?
We
There you
got Meijer, Walmart, Kroger, that type of stuff.
I think
Kroger's all over.
I think IGA is International Grocery Association or some shit.
Huh.
Okay.
IGA.
It makes sense for it to be like a thing to be a part of because this is definitely like a real local grocery store
Yeah.
to go to.
Total. Everyone's local. When you go into each neighborhood,
Yeah.
they'll be there. Something IGA. It'll be
Yeah.
whatever family owns it. And usually that family has owned it for fucking since the 50s or something.
Yeah.
There's this weekend there was a real estate sale from this house that somebody bought, and the people that lived there before had their family had lived there for 150 plus years. And then
Wow.
this guy bought the houses and barns and everything that was in it.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. That would be like a dream for me. Just to get like everything from way back then all in one. Oh,
And there was like old rocking horses from the 1900s and all
Oh,
sorts of cool stuff. I didn't get to go, but I saw some pictures. If I had some money, I'd have been there.
oh my gosh, that sounds absolutely amazing. Just to even look through that stuff. So we
Yes.
actually last year when we were kind of house hunting,
When you smoke this, don't come to a grip at the end.
last year when we were house hunting and stuff, we came across a house that was actually right outside of town or in town on the way out of town. And they had the coolest stuff in like one part of the house that was stored there. And like, we just had to, because their light didn't work. So we could only peek through the doorway with the light that was going on. But we saw like old pictures and they had this amazing couch, like all these crazy things. And it was like, man,
Which one?
the one that was in town over here, the 50,000 that the construction place got.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
45,000.
48.
48,000.
It was 48. And somebody
Had a
we put
pond
an
in the
offer.
back.
I had a pond in the back. Like we put an offer 2,000 more than they wanted, but they got a cash offer.
Yeah.
That they were.
And
able to get,
that's
not
a
have to
pretty
worry
good
about.
price. That's a pretty good
Oh,
price.
wow. It needed work, like
It
you
needed a
know,
little bit of work,
but
but it was
would've-
livable.
it was livable. Like
And
it
it
was
was big.
cool. It was one half was the whole house, and then it had a dividing door, and the other half was like a store, its own like
Yeah.
door and
Like a old flower shop
Yeah.
or something. But it totally had this big storage unit that had cupboards to the room and shit, or you could walk in the storage room. It was fucking, they had big counters that went all the way around. I was like, this is our shop right here, bro.
It was so fucking.
We could
perfect.
literally have had like a crystal fucking electroculture shop right there, you know?
That'd have been cool. So I have passed a little bit of not so much knowledge, but I put it into my dad's head. He had never heard about electroculture.
Oh,
He grows gardens, he grows weed, you know, he'd never heard about it. He's also indoor, you know, he's not an outdoor. But it's like he says, "What the hell is that?" And I kind of explained to it a little bit, and he's like, "Huh, I'm gonna have to check that out." I said, "Do the research. I promise you, it is real, and
Yep.
it
Yep.
does work. You just got to do it properly."
Yep.
I seen
Yo,
another
bro.
guy. He's literally got lines, copper wire going through his beds.
Yep.
Each one of his beds is all connected, and it's basically a full circuit.
Yep.
That's excellent.
Hell yeah.
That's a lot of wire going through there.
Oh yeah. And,
I use it
you
a
know,
lot.
obviously he's got them connected to the ones that stand
Right.
what are they called? The fucking the
Hole.
poles.
Right. That's
Hole.
how mine are, but they're in the air.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a lot of copper just
Yep.
it's floating though. You can
I wanna
do it
do-
either way.
I want to do another layer even because now my plants are growing way. Dude, my plants are taller than me now. I'm
Yeah,
like, what
he was
the
gone
fuck
for 3
happened?
days and he's like, "Oh my gosh."
Right.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And Thule, over here we have something called Dearborn. Dearborn hot dogs are probably, as far as my personal, I like the Dearborn hot dogs and the Nathan's hot dogs the best.
Oh.
But they got to be that casing, you know, it's got to have that crunch on it, or else I'm not really going to eat it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think anything that comes in a package like that's no good for me. I like
Yep.
to get them in the links. You get like 8 to 10 links for $10. So it's basically $1 a hot dog, something like that. But they're the best. You got to cut them. You got to cut the link because if you snap it, you're ripping half the other one off.
I got a buddy that bratwurst, right? He'll take a brat, cut it open, and make a patty out of it.
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
how he eats his brats every time.
Okay. That's interesting.
that's
He
how I eat
doesn't
my
eat the
kibasi.
casing at all.
Kielbasa.
My kibasi.
Yeah, he'll take all the meat out. smashes it up and basically makes a brat burger out of it.
Oh, like
make
that.
make
Oh,
a little
wow.
like a little. It reminds me of like sausage.
Yep.
Sausage you eat in the morning. You could eat it in a link, or you could eat it in a patty. You can it comes in a casing. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Well, it's that time, unfortunately.
You can put it in a bun.
You can put it in a bun. You can put it in your mouth.
You can put it in a bun.
But
Too funny.
I like that hat that's up there. Yep.
Hell yeah.
That's the crochet wizard hat that I made. Here, let me get it.
Almost. It looks like you could reach it, no problem.
You see that force grab?
That's cool. Obviously, you had to make it big for his head. You know?
I did.
It's my head's small, but it's a wizard's hat.
I had to really think about how it was going to fit right. Like
I wanted it to be a wizard hat.
It was definitely this is my first freehand project, zero pattern.
Nice.
You
like
can do
that.
all kinds of cool shit with it.
It's
I'm still waiting for
hat.
I'm still waiting for my glow in the dark stuff.
I'll do that today.
I've been gone for a week.
I know. I got into new projects. Like I needed a break from this one. Let me do something else real quick.
I saw you. You went. Where were those giant sunflowers?
Oh, those are down the street at the park, by the lake. And that house right on that corner is for sale.
Yeah.
And what it is, that's a fucking like a city plot. Like all around the city, we got these garden plots that people come and take care of. And this year they planted that shit. And I was like, I went down there and I was like, dude, these things are huge. And I came back and got her. And I'm like, you'll never believe how big these sunflowers are. I think they're the giant sunflower species, though. They're
Possibly.
huge.
They are.
They're as big as trash can lids, dude. They're fucking huge.
That's wild. It's wild.
We got some seeds. We'll see if they grow.
It's crazy that you think of sunflower seeds and you don't really like. I've obviously grown up around sunflowers, so I know what they look like. But if you didn't, you would have and you saw something like that. It honestly, I know what sunflowers are, and the fact that they were that big blew my mind.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like prehistoric size shit. Like those are the ones that lasted.
All you gotta do is like take all those seeds off, put them in a bag, and there's one bag of fucking sunflower seeds. Put that shit on the shelf.
I got a whole thing of sunflower seeds from our local Green Acres too. So I eventually, when I get my plot set up right, I'm gonna have a big sunflower patch. And I want them to be all kinds of different sunflowers.
Now, when you get fresh sunflower seeds, do you roast them?
If you want to eat them.
If you want to eat them. If you want to plant them, you plant them right away. But
can you not roast them and still eat them, or do they have to be roasted to eat?
No, you can eat any seed like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
they just are a little bit nuttier, where they're probably a little bit bitter when they're not roasted, and then you roast them and it kind of I don't know for sure, but you know how it is when you eat green shit and you're like,
I honestly have never had a raw sunflower seed before, so I couldn't tell you.
We got one. Go get it.
I've eaten sunflower seeds with no salt or anything on them, and they're still a little. It's the salt that makes them delicious.
We got taco ones under the cupboard. I figured she would like them, but she don't like them.
Ranch is my favorite. Ranch and dill pickle. Yeah. I actually really like the dill pickle ones too.
Oh, I love the dill pickle.
That's her favorite, and I got her taco because I thought she would like it. And I'm like, just suck the taco off and spit them out. Then.
Oh man! I'm not a fan. Thumbs up. Thule says, "I appreciate you, Thule, and everybody else appreciate you."
Give that thumbs up. I don't know where we're at.
Yep, we're on our way out. And I know Twisted and Hippie Witch are about to go live on their own thing here. I'm assuming. Right? You guys about to go live?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. I want to eat something and take my pills.
So here's a raw sunflower seed.
That's huge, dude. Hold on. Look how big this one is out of this giant sunflower.
I mean, they're like, the commercial kind.
That's big as fuck. That ain't the commercial kind. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what size they're using. Raw sunflower.
Doesn't really taste like anything.
It doesn't really taste like anything. I think the cooking brings the taste out. It doesn't taste. I mean, you got maybe a teeny tiny bit, but
Yeah,
it's not
I
really
bet it will.
tasting like much.
nutty.
It's more than just the texture of trying to get it.
Like you can literally go there and get a handful of food for free.
My favorite seed / nut is like the pine nuts.
Oh yeah,
Those are good.
yeah.
Piñons.
Yep.
We call
Sunflower
those
seeds.
piñons in New Mexico. They're fucking fantastic.
All right, guys, it's that time. It's
Yeah,
time
right.
to get out of here. Everybody keep a lookout. I'm sure these two are going to go live at some point today.
Sometimes.
Keep a lookout. Also at 6:00 tonight, Squared Circle Shenanigans is going to be live with Jeff Copey of Monroe Nutrition.
Hell yeah.
We're going to be talking about, I think, 2005, 2006 era and Bray Wyatt's passing. So this weekend, two big, a legend and a current superstar have passed. Terry Funk passed, and so did Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is actually like the guy that got me back into watching WWE wrestling because he was the closest. You know how like back in the day, Kane and Undertaker, that whole feud and all that creepiness and cool. That's what Bray Wyatt brought back with his creepy family and all these like that's the stuff that I miss. And he brought that back, and he was one of the very few, like he had multiple characters like Mick Foley did, but like dark characters and and I loved it. He's the guy that got me back into watching WWE again. And I don't watch it a whole lot, but a lot more than I did.
Did you get that snap I gave you? I sent you?
No.
I sent you something.
Is it the right one?
I mean, you're the only person I know with your name on Facebook.
On Facebook.
He said snap.
I'm like, God, I hope it is, because I don't know any other person by this name.
Let me see.
It's actually a snap. So I don't know. You have to have probably the app for that to look at it. But it's totally, I think you're going to fucking love it.
I'm going to watch it as we speak real quick.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Yes. I've seen this one. I absolutely love this one.
That little kid is awesome.
Yeah, that little kid is so awesome. And I've seen him in at another point in time doing something else with Hulk Hogan, same effect type thing. He's a little older now, though.
Yeah, it was just literally you're like the wrestling guy I know. Like I'm just like, okay, I gotta send this to Josh.
And death's always come in 3. So I was somebody who was like, oh, he cried over Bray Wyatt. And I was like, one of the big ones is Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan is 70 years old.
Already? Well, I mean, now already he's been around for so long.
That man could go any day.
I know.
He's 70.
You don't realize how old your loved ones are. I just told Twisted the other weeks ago or whatever, we're talking about my grandma and how old she was. I was like, I'm not sure how old she is, but I know she's old. Well, I just seen a comment that my uncle wrote about a picture saying that she's 94.
Wow.
So I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, my grandma's 94. And she's still going strong, to be honest with you. Like, she is not really, she's slowed down, obviously, but she's not stopped.
I heard another thing that's been going around is that Bob Barker died this weekend, but I'm pretty sure he was already dead.
That's what I thought. I was like, Bob Barker died? I thought he died years ago.
I had no idea, but I did see a funny meme. That he got as close to $1 as possible without going over. Because he died at 99.
Bob Barker, let's see. He was 99 when he died. Let's see when this is. This is August 26th of 2023.
Yeah,
that was real.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it's one of those things where it's like they're so old that you kind of figured they've already gone, and then they show up again, and it's like,
couple months shy of 100.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, he really did get close, didn't he? He was as close as he could get. No lie. No lie.
And think about this. He didn't start The Price is Right till he was 48 years old.
Right.
True.
when he
So
was
keep
fully
that in mind.
perverted.
Keep that in mind,
Right.
people. If you guys are watching and you're thinking like, oh, I'm 25 years old and I don't have my life figured out, like Vera Wang didn't make her first dress till she was 40 years old.
Right.
Mhm.
Not Matthew McConaughey. I
That's
forget
right.
what actor now. There's this actor, big time actor. He didn't start until he was almost 40. And he's a major actor right now. Like, just because you don't have shit figured out in your 20s, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to
Exactly.
have things figured out. Now,
You're still a
back in the
kid.
day, these guys were like 18, 20 doing shit because they had no choice.
Right.
They were
They had
dying in
no
their
options.
30s.
Right.
They were gonna die by the time they were 30.
Exactly. We didn't have the time span that we have now. We have
Yeah.
a time span now.
Yeah.
And we
If-
can
if you
enjoy
eat
every
right
part of it. And
And you're superhuman. You can live long time.
Well, I was just talking to somebody today that I fully believe that if they would teach us about the parasites that were in us and cleansing our parasites and we fuel our bodies properly, we could live to 150 some years old. I fully truly believe that.
It's about cell degradation.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
Fast properly, eat properly, parasite cleanse properly, sleep
Mhm.
properly, and
Water,
yep.
not eating poisonous foods.
Yep.
Yep. And there's there's never a too late time to start. You always just start when you can, because it's never too late to start. I don't think you always want to
And then
start right away, but
an RSO a day.
yeah.
And the thing
What's
about fasting is 3 day once you hit the third day of like say water or juice fasting, your body starts cleaning itself out. It starts eating the dead cells and the damaged cells before
Mhm.
first.
Mhm.
So then the new cells can come in. It's actually been proven for anti-aging. It's actually been proven to help your stomach and to help everything inside of you regenerate.
Right.
You heal faster when you fast. There's also, and then if you go to 5 days, it's like total reconstruction of your cells. And if
Wow.
you do that often, think about how like you just said about your heart. I bet you your heart would get better if you took a 3 to 5 day fast, juice fast. I bet you.
Coffee.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it would be perfect, but I bet you some of that stuff would start to clear out.
Yeah, I do like a 3 to 5 year plant cleanse, and it's coffee.
Coffee only.
Yep.
Remembers Bob Barker? He passed this weekend. Yep. But the thing is, I could have swore he had already passed.
Me too. But it was all the whole hoopla with him molesting the fucking Barker beauties.
I
That was
don't
like 10.
I don't necessarily not believe it. You know,
That was like 10 years ago. That was the big thing about him, and we all thought he died then. You know.
Oh, that's just when they pushed him out, I guess.
I'll be honest with you, the 60s and 70s and the 80s even were a whole different beast than they are today.
Yeah.
A whole different beast. You could get away with going up to some random girl and kiss her on the lips, and even if she didn't want it. You do that today. Look, actually, the Spanish soccer president for some they won the World Cup, right? And he kissed one of his players. Well, that dude's facing he's been suspended, and they want him to give up his presidency, and he's like, F you guys. I'm not doing it. But he's on leave right now because he kissed this lady in excitement. Now, I don't know the gist of it other than that. You know, I don't know if there's a past. I don't know if there's a future, you know, whatever it is. But back in the day, when it gets excited, you know, I kiss my kids on the forehead like, yeah, you know, or I kissed this lady on her lips is where he crossed the line. And then I find out a couple like a paragraph later is they tried to get her to say it was consensual.
Yeah.
They kind of threatened her.
Well, that's where that's not okay. You don't be trying to fucking no. That's the big no.
All them people just kiss each other on the cheek, and that's probably what the disrespect was.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like the difference between like going, hey bud, or hey, bud.
Yep.
You know, like don't smack me in my ass, dude. Smack me in my arm.
Yep.
You know, you don't
Or-
need to.
or on top-
you don't
or
need to
on
pat
top of
my
it.
butt.
Pat
Yeah, high five.
Pat the tap of my head or something. Don't be grabbing my butt.
Yeah, you don't need to touch my butt
It
to
is
tell
the
me
whole,
good
like,
job.
it's a very interesting thing that is though with the whole
Because
slap
even the
butt.
football players, right? I don't
Yeah.
do that. I come over, I tap them on the head or on the shoulder. Good job,
Right.
man. It's-
Yeah, I like the helmet tap a lot better. But it's just weird to see like butt slaps everywhere, you know. I
Yeah,
mean, I
I'll
do
hit-
it with the people I love, but that's the people I love.
the one kid this weekend, he I forget, he slammed one of these other kids. Great tackle. I went over and headbutted him in his helmet. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But
Right.
all right, we're now 20
I know.
minutes. See, I could stay on here with you guys forever though.
Okay.
But all right,
Go.
guys, have a great day. Go check out everybody you see here. Everyone here's got a channel.
Yeah,
So-
check them out.
Love all you guys. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you next Monday. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.